So it will be M80 winning the knife round. So we are going to have M80 starting things off on the pistol on CT. And let's get it going. Let's get moving. We do have some utility picked out for both of these teams here. Going to be Manx picking that up, and combination of Walco and George for EG. Ooh, and we're going to start things off with a quick movement over toward mid elbow for Evil Geniuses. Taking a look, keeping an eye on an area that you do sometimes see play for the CTs, but M80, they are keeping things pretty quiet, pretty pushed back here. That's going to allow Evil Geniuses to just split the map in half, just rushing on in through mid. They're going to have their pick of the bomb sites. They're going to head in for A, though. One kill for Manx, but it's a quick trade for Automatic. Wreck going to be the next one up to bat here, but he is going to be put down as well, and Manx also falls. So it's a 2v4 here. Try to go for this retake for M80. It's getting worse and worse by the second. Junior takes down Swisher. That's going to bring it all down to Slacks. He will be falling nice and fast. It's going to be Evil Geniuses winning the pistol. Pretty decisive fashion. So definitely a good start there. We have a fair amount of headshots here from Evil Geniuses to open things up for their pistol, so pretty good time. Ooh. Alright, so it's going to be a 4-stack over toward the B-bomb site here. See what Evil Geniuses think of this. We do have 3 rifles and a couple of SMGs for them. It's going to be Malb's first person to greet Evil Geniuses on ramp here. Not going to have that many of them. 2 have already gone in through Cheetah, and Malb's just going to be falling. It's just going to be George and Hexed Show making all sorts of eco money for Evil Geniuses. George with a nice pistol kill onto Manx, and it's going to give us 1 versus 5 here. See if Slacks can pull it out with his USP here. No armor. But nope, the answer is no. George ends him. All right, but definitely a good start from Evil Geniuses winning the first 2. We do have some buys here hitting the counts of M80. We got a couple of FAMASes and a few M4. See how it goes. Gonna be just an pretty even split across the map for Evil Geniuses. Go for a lot of your typical, all right, we gotta just get picks. And it's gonna start off well for Swisher here. We're gonna watch him just do his Swisher thing, pushing out of Cheetah. He's got 2. Manx joins in the feed for a 3rd. Evil Geniuses now, it is their turn to fall way back. 2 players waiting in ruins here. They are gonna have a rough time in this round. Wait, do I have the game sound off? After this round, I'll check the volume. I might have lowered the volume too low by accident. That is my bad. Ooh, well, that's a good nade. That'll do some solid damage, but don't know if it's going to be quite enough. Well, George, looking like he's interested in winning this one, has the MAC-10, and he's going to gun down 2, but Rack finally going to put him down, put him in a grave. All right, I'm going to quickly fix the sound here. I did lower it quite a bit. We'll fix that. All right, that should be better on the volume. That is my bad. All right. Well, Evil Geniuses unable to convert the third round. Definitely doable, or it was doable. Swisher going banana nut butters, cuckoo buku bonkers, gunning down 2 himself and 1 as well for Manx. George and Junior now left to pick up the pieces. See if they can make it happen. They do have bomb, but the utility is not in their favor whatsoever. So we have Slacks here. He's the new Opper. He does have the rifle here. Oh, George gonna spot him out behind the big box. And Rek not able to pick it up either. George down on 7 HP, but that might just be enough. Oh, he's pulled over the players of M80. Manx is here. And Swisher here as well to try and figure out what the heck just happened. And I see the player numbers are wrong. That's going to be a little bit annoying. If they can figure out what's going on here. Junior being quite dangerous. He's got bomb. He is in the 1v2, but you have the AWP. You're okay with that sort of odds. Oh man, that was so close. Manx with the with the great timing. That is going to be M80 evening things back out. That is pretty good. Well, that is gonna force Evil Geniuses down to a save. They're gonna have to just chill with pistols this round. Yeah, if you're curious about the map picks and bans, and you are wondering who picked what, this is literally the same picks and bans as yesterday for the Atlanta closed qualifiers. So if you watched those picks and bans, you've already seen these picks and bans. It's just that M80 had first pick yesterday, EG had first pick today. So we do have the exact same picks and bans as yesterday: Ancient, Vertigo, and Overpass, which I find kind of amusing. We've definitely seen. There was one where I don't remember if it was an open or a closed qualifier where no, it must have been a closed qualifier where I watched 2 teams play against each other, make map picks, and then one team dropped to the lowers, right? They got their way all the way to the finals, and then they had the same map picks and bans, and I think it was EG, which is hilarious. EG, creatures of habit, and it's going to be Slacks to start things off. It's the donut push. Gets the USP. He's making it work. Junior does finally take him down, but it's not going to be nearly enough. Swisher and Rek picking up MP9 kills. So it's going to be M80 finding their stride here. Ooh, I just noticed we got some good pings out of Swisher and Rek. Good 7 and 7. Pretty good. But we do have enough money, enough loss bonus here for EG to pick up some weapons of their own. And I mean, with the weapons still held on to by M80, we do have the MP9 here for Swisher. He's going to be pushing it up, though. But still a possibility for Evil Geniuses to bring this one back. It's only 1 round difference here between these 2 teams. Still very much doable. I don't know if Evil Geniuses are going to expect the MP9. Ooh, good flash, but it fades much too early, and Swisher going to spot out George, try to chase him down. But it's just going to be a little bit of back and forth before George finally finds the kill. So, gonna be advantage Evil Geniuses after the minute ticks by. A little bit of spam going down. Ooh. Oh, we missed that one. Well, Manx and Swisher, or Manx pushing up, cleans up Swisher's mess. Onto George. Taking down the weakened player, definitely. Good way to bring M80 back into this. 4-4. 4 for each side, and Slack's going to show why M80 picked him up. But he will be taken down by Junior. And that's going to be the A-bomb site almost run over here. There's not a lot of time left in the tank for Evil Geniuses. So they're going to have to go for this bomb plant or just win by killing. And oh my gosh, in the final seconds, Hex manages to make it work. So Evil Geniuses managed to pull it back. 3-3. And unfortunately, there's not quite enough money for everybody on M80 to buy. We've got a couple of M4s. We've got an op for Slacks, which is good. But we've also got the MP, or the, not the MP5, the 5.7 for Rack. So he's just going to pick up the boost spot on A. In case anyone tries to sneak on in there, he's just going to remove brains from Skulls. Skulls isn't in this game. Skulls is going to Team Liquid. There was a player named Brains. I mean, you could have Brains and Skulls. That could be a play on words. Okay, so we do have a little bit of an interesting positioning here. Once again, Swisher already pushed all the way out, but 3 players for M80 all hanging out on Cat. They're going to have to be a little bit careful here. We do have Hext, once again, being the anchor, being the lurk. And it will be the push. The nades rain in. It's going to be M80 to take the advantage. 3 down. Making quick work of EG, but they did lose 2 as a result. Now it's just Hext and Automatic left to try and make this work, and Slacks once again hopping like a demon. It's all on Hext, but Swisher is on to his shenanigans. So it is going to be M80 now, once again taking the lead. It is going to be me and EG going to have to fall back to upgraded pistols. I mean, they did some good eco damage, so I don't honestly hate that round at all, but oh, well, unfortunate. 1 kill for Rack. So M80 double opping this round versus the pistols of EG. The op misses out of Rack. But well, no buts, honestly. This is going to be a pretty good round for M80 for sure. Malb's going to have his work cut out for him. 3 players waiting inside of double doors. He takes the first and hacks, second and Walko, but runs out of ammo, so this is going to be Junior to clean him up, but Flax is here to back up his teammate. And now it's all on Automatic. He has his Deeg in hand. He's going to have to just make this work off of his teammates' callouts, but it's not going to be... not to be Manx with the cleanup. M80 only losing 1 there, and it was a player that had an SMG and took 2 kills, so... honestly, well played out of M80. We do have a timeout for Evil Geniuses as well. Well, so timeout ticks away. We do have money here for Evil Geniuses Jr. once again on his AWP. We do have rifles for the rest of the team as well. Utility, unfortunate. A little bit not ideal here. Alright, let's see what Swisher does. Swisher always going to be the first one into the fight here. CT or T, doesn't matter. Mr. Entry Frag. Just blowing hips out. Absolutely destroying everybody with the best peaks. But M80 not going for an aggressive CT, at least not as much this round. We've got 3 sitting inside of red, which I don't know if I like that as much. All right, we're going to break the smoke here, and the players are all apparent and all visible. Trade goes the way of M80, 2 versus 2 for 1. So it's going to be Evil Geniuses hopping on into the B-bomb site now. Oh, George with a good entry. Swisher finding he takes a taste of his own medicine with the Ferrari peaks. Oh, Junior with an op miss. Lax takes down George. Gonna bring us to the 2 versus 2. It's gonna be on M80 to go for this, and Malink's gonna be taken down as well. Now it's down to Slacks. He's proving himself. He's showing why M80 picked him up. 1 versus 1, op versus op, and it's Slacks to find the kill. And M80 gonna find themselves a 6th. Now, things are not going so well for Evil Geniuses here. M80 doing a very good job of holding them off the bomb sites, and it's a fast push up ramp. They're going for a speedy one, but Swisher is here, swishing out, and Malbs will join him. Ooh, good kill on Awalko. We'll see if it's enough. George cleaning up more and more. Now Rek and Slacks are going to have to rotate in. This could be the round for Evil Geniuses that they've been waiting for. And they've been doing a good job of closelining M80 here. The money, if they don't win this, Slacks is the only one with any money left in the bank. Might be the save called out here for Slacks and Rek. Good molly, but Junior gonna burn. And now Slacks is out of time. Gonna have to retreat off the site. There's more than enough time for both of these players to escape as the bomb exploded. So, Evil Geniuses finally taken a round. This could be a comeback. It is going to be a mostly save round here for M80. Slacks still holding on to this AWP. Alright, while we are... Matey. Yes, it is pronounced Matey. We do have a Matey timeout, so I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to refresh my HUD. See if the... Okay. It didn't pull the players in correctly, so I have to... Okay, so... Alright. Alright. The numbers are a little bit off here. Swisher is not 1, Manx is 1, but the kills are correct. Everything is correct stats-wise. It is going to be, a force buy by M80, or M80. Slack's electing, instead of keeping his money, he's going to buy up for his teammates, and might just bite him in the butt. Manx here just gunning down with a Deeg. It is not to be. Evil Geniuses having full control of the site. The remaining M80 players falling back, and it looks like they just want to save Malbs and Manx. Just trying to hold on to their weapons. Malbs does have the M4, so not the worst thing in the world. Oh, Manx might find something a little sneaky. No, he's going to make noise. Hex is going to hear it. But Evil Genius is delaying the bomb plant a little bit, giving their players time to hunt. Giving them a half a second to go looking for kills, and Hex is going to find one. Good headshot onto Manx. Malbs just holding steady. So gonna be another round for Evil Geniuses. They're looking to even things out here as we get to halftime. One round after this one. But it is all 5 players of Evil Geniuses to survive. So not a single cent of damage done by M80. And unfortunately, they're going to be stuck on some not so great weapons here. All right, well. Well. Evil Genius is now looking to close this out 6-6. I mean, it started off pretty well. And George going to open things up onto this bomb site. There's no flashes for M80, so Evil Genius is just going to kind of walk out and shoot him. Just walk out, shoot him in the head. You know, no big deal. Oh, Slacks, though. He is perfectly happy to use a scoped rifle, no matter what it is. But Junior going to show him why the AWP is the one that typically gets used. 2 versus 3 here. And Swisher wants this round. He's here for it. Good kill by Junior to keep Evil Geniuses in. But Swisher's getting another one. He's absolutely ignited. The only question left is, can Automatic hold him off? There's no kit, and Automatic is gonna close it out. Well then. Well then. Genius is bringing it back to a nice 3 versus 3, or 6 versus 6, I should say. See if they can keep themselves in this. This is their map pick, so this is their best opportunity. Oh, this is fun. Evil Geniuses push 3 out A. Iraq is not expecting it. But it is going to give M80 complete control to wrap all around Walco. And they're going to have full control of the B-bomb site. So while Evil Geniuses were like, hey, AJ, A site. Evil Geniuses, M80 were like, we are blowing up your B-bomb site. It's going to be a 3v4 attempt. And Slacks, just as good with the pistols as he is with the rifles. Automatic now, the last player remaining on EG. Falls to Swisher. It's going to be M80 with a good pistol round. So that's the T side winning both pistols. So I've said this a few times, but the Glock is a pretty good pistol. So always good. A good start for the T side, that is for sure. Okay, so we do have a junior picking up the scout. He's gonna be boosted up here. Oh, the fire is gonna block his view. The fire blocks him out, so nothing is gonna happen to Slacks here. It's a lot of room. Evil Genius is giving M80 just a whole lot of room. But they're gonna take more. A lot of space found. Slacks already finding the headshot onto Junior. That's going to be the scout. Basically knocked out. It's picked up by Hext, but as far as I know, Hext is not a scouter. But he's at least going to keep the weapon out of enemy hands, which, not the worst thing in the world. M80 is spending a lot of time, though. They got their one pick, but they're just keeping things a little bit calm and patient here. And it's going to be a site to be the one that they end on. Automatic has the spray down. Evil Geniuses make mincemeat out of M80. But the trades are good for them. And now it's just on Hext. 1 versus 2. Doesn't have a kit. Misses the first shot. Flash goes in. Let's see if Hex can make this work. He's gonna fall out. He's gonna be taken down by Manx. M80 improving their lead. The Evil Genius is going to be stuck on the pistols just because they did decide to force in the previous round. So they're going to just stack the A-bomb site. We do have the deagle here from Automatic, and we do have a deagle for Junior as well. But, well, if there's no one to shoot at, it doesn't matter what gun you have. M80 just probing the sights. They're like, hey, aren't there normally players in Cheetah or Jaguar? A little bit of a spam out of Swisher. That's going to tell Evil Geniuses pretty succinctly what's going on here. It is going to be the bomb planted for M80, so I think at this point, Evil Geniuses just look for the exit frags, but being that they're all on A, might not be the easiest thing in the world. Mang's going to be chasing through. Well, okay, I said that there probably won't be too many exit frags for EG, but when you're just chasing with dualies, a bunch of pistols can make pretty quick work of you. Evil Genius is going to try to make this work all the same, but it is going to be Slacks with the first and the second. Swisher backing him up. Automatic with a trade to at least find a little bit more for EG. Now it is all on Junior to try and find a consolation prize, and he is going to take down Slacks. So that's going to be one more weapon out of the hands of the T side. And I think the CZ was just heard there. Alright, well, now it should be about time for the Evil Geniuses buy, and we do have M4s filling their hands. See if they can put those guns to work here to try and stop the momentum of M80. Honestly, I love watching mid play. Not like mid as in like, you know, middling, but like mid ancient is just such a fun thing to watch. It's very fast. Unfortunately, not going to go so well for Walco. Slacks with the AWP. Going to delete him from the round. It's going to be EG on the back foot here. We'll see if they can pick up the pieces. Not a whole lot of time already taken. So M80 still with all sorts of choices to make. Man advantage. It looks like they're going to head toward A. They're not really trying to take any sort of position over toward mid. We've just got one player, Swisher here, washing the B main position, but the rest of the team looking for a little bit of a quiet A take, and you know what? Might just work out in their favor. George and Automatic here. Big adventures. Rack going to be the first one taken down, but Automatic is taken down in a trade, and Malbs will remove George as well. So it's going to be Hext and Junior here to try and salvage this round. 2 versus 4 retakes. Swisher on low HP, but those nades doing significant damage. And it looks like Junior just wants to save the AWP. Hext is here for emotional support, maybe for exit frags. But I think M80 have more than cleared the A main position and have determined that it is going to be the A main as the spot to retreat. Alright, well, M80 going to be the first team here to make it to double digits, 10-6. Still plenty of time for Evil Geniuses to come back, but this is where things are going to start to get a little bit awkward. You have the timeout here. Looks like it is a tech pause. They're just going to chill and figure out what is going on. Ah, well, that was a quick tech pause. Maybe it was an official pause, but the overlay showed it as a tech. You know how it can be sometimes with these things. So it is going to be the force round here. Well, save round. Hext and Junior have held on to their weapons. They've got the M4 and the AWP. But the rest of the team, unfortunately, going to be armed with pistols. I like the dualies from Walco. This is a good spot for those to be. But M80 just taking all sorts of space. With Red Room smoked, they can just push up and up and up. And Malb's going to be all the way in. All the way inside of Red Room. Automatic going to be the one that he meets. Well, this could be Junior's game. He's only going to trade 1 for 1. And it's not going any better for the rest of Evil Geniuses. 3 versus 3. Still a winnable situation here. George and Automatic going to be the ones that M80 run into on the A-bomb site. So they will rotate back around, and now Hext has all sorts of opportunities to rotate around, get a nice wrap. Oh, Swisher has already made it out. He didn't know, and the flick is not going to be there. So it is going to be the bomb going down for M80. George here with the 5-7 does manage to find Swisher, and he gets a second onto Wreck as well. So it's just 1 versus 1, AWP versus AK. That armor is not going to matter. Well, the lack of armor is not going to matter, I should say. The AWP does plenty of damage, and Flax puts it to work. So, I do gotta ask, chat, what do you feel about Flax versus Wolfie? Because at least domestically, Wolfie was doing well. You could definitely look at the stats and say, you know, he had troubles internationally, but I feel like M80 as a team, you could have more time to sort of gel as a team and not just yeet players, but I mean, also time is limited, and if you want your team to work out, you gotta make sacrifices sometimes. Can't just try to win on power of friendship. Oh, good smokes and flashes. Swisher gonna find a quick kill, and Mang's gonna follow up as well. Looking like we are gonna have an M80 win here. They are gonna quickly get their way up to this 12 rounds. Alb's already taking full control of the A bomb site. Evil Genius is just looking to try and come back in, and George does manage to take the headshot. That is going to cause M80 to reconsider their positions here on this round. Be a full rotation all the way through mid. See, maybe they can. Well, M80 are going to beat Evil Genius's the B bomb site. They are going to get the nades and the mollies and all of the utility they could ever want. So even if the timing really working out for M80 there, now it's just all on Junior. Evil Genius is really having trouble on their CT side. And they might even find the op of Junior on the... Yeah, Junior sticks an elbow out. So M80 making the T side look pretty good here for Ancient. Now, we'll see if EG can find their way back on map number 2. They do have a force spy here. They have enough money from the loss bonus here. We'll see if Walco can make something work here. Just gonna have Molotovs. Evil and M80 just gonna take all sorts of space. Manx and Swisher. I mean, we already saw that Swisher made Cheetah his home on CT, and he's the first one in on T as well. Good start. Is gonna be the trade for Hext, the anchor of Evil Geniuses, showing why he's able to work out in these stressful situations and takes down Manx as well. Albs, though, gonna make it a 3 versus 3 here, taking out Automatic in mid. Oh, Hext takes a little bit too much of himself into Cheetah. He is taken down as a result. Two versus 3. Two versus 3. Can they make it work? M80 still want to keep things very careful and make sure that they don't throw away their advantage here. They've got 6 rounds to win with, but they don't want to spend 6 more rounds. They want to be done with this one. Junior op shot, or not op, scout shot misses. George with the spray down through the smoke, but M80 are going to get the bomb down. Ooh, no, they're not. Junior knocks it loose. That's going to be the round for EG. They win on time. And George is still fragging. He's still getting kills here. He's making it work. My goodness. Evil Geniuses want this comeback, and why wouldn't they? You know, this match is the one that breaks the tie for wins. If Evil Geniuses can do it, I think that would prove a lot to how much they've grown as a team this season. All right, once again, we've got Walco, first player in. M80 looking to split the map in half once again. They've got massive attention over toward mid, and already Evil Geniuses losing 2. Walco gonna trade 1 back, but I don't think it's gonna be enough. Just Hex and George left. Try and defend this bomb site. An interesting little thing, M80 have left the bomb all the way back in spawn. So it's all on Hexed. Malbs will clean him up. And that's going to be game number 1, going the way of M80. 13-7. Not the best CT showing from Evil Geniuses, that is for sure, but still might have a chance in map number 2.